This podcast is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania, where your savings are in your control. Get 20% off your whole project with additional savings as well, like the $500 off each entry or patio door you get, or the up to $250 off you get each window when you buy 10 or more. That's at $0 down, 0 payments, and no interest for 18 months. Drop by renewalbyandersen.com for more information. That listeria outbreak that's been linked to deli meat is present in Pennsylvania. Meanwhile, the infant mortality rate has risen for the first time in 2 decades. Drivers were served contaminated fuel that messed up their cars, and this woman was given free Pirates tickets after getting one of the worst seats in the house. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. A listeria outbreak linked to deli meat has been found in 12 states, Pennsylvania included, reports the Tribune Review. At least 28 people have been infected, the average age of these individuals being 75, and 2 people have died. Investigators are still looking into which products may be contaminated, although the CDC did confirm that there was no evidence of people getting sick from prepackaged deli meats. The U.S. is seeing a rise in infant mortality for the first time in 20 years, reports Philly Voice. The rate rose by 3% in 2022 in comparison to 2021. On a state level, Pennsylvania saw 5.69 deaths per 1,000 live births. The country's infant mortality rate has, in general, been on a downward trend since 1995, when officials began to consistently track it. This latest data is the first statistically significant increase since 2002, although it is important to note that 2022's rate is 19% lower than that year's. The leading cause for infant death was congenital malformation, or birth defects. The CDC report, by the way, didn't examine the reason behind this latest increase. A Wawa in Bucks County has been accused of selling contaminated fuel that messed up people's cars, states PennLive. Dozens of people come out and claim that they filled their cars up at the Richboro location last month only to have their vehicles malfunction, potentially costing many of them more than $4,000 in repairs. Wawa later released a statement confirming it immediately fixed this quote-unquote isolated issue as soon as they became aware of it. Lancaster Online reported on a similar issue which occurred at a Turkey Hill near Quarryville last month as well. Danielle Jones bought tickets to a Pirates game at PNC Park a couple of weeks ago to see her daughter, a cheerleader for Pitt, partake in some game day activities before the game, says the Tribune Review. She paid $62 for the seat, which is a price that seems to be too good to be true for, well, anything these days. And it was. Danielle had to spend the whole time sitting right in front of a pole that blocked her view of the field. She did try walking around the stadium to find another spot to watch her daughter, but eventually gave up. Danielle reached out to the account executive who sold her the ticket to tell them what happened, and the stadium ended up giving her and her daughter 2 seats near home plate for an upcoming game for free. No pole in sight. Happy Friday. To stay up to date over the weekend, drop by PennLive.com, and please remember to leave this podcast a rating and to share it with someone you think would like it too. Thanks ahead of time, and as always, thanks for sticking with us. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and we'll talk Monday for more Today in PA. This podcast is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania, where your savings are in your control. Get 20% off your whole project with additional savings as well, like the $500 off each entry or patio door you get, or the up to $250 off you get each window when you buy 10 or more. That's at $0 down, 0 payments, and no interest for 18 months. Drop by renewalbyandersen.com for more information.